Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
Having also found that no merit exists in all the above three consolidated petitions, I join my learned brothers and Mani Jesse in dismissing all the three petitions and abiding by the consequential orders.
Today is the day that a lot of people have been waiting for. PDP supporters, Labour Party supporters. Today is that day. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in Atiku Abubakar appeal challenging the decision of the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja, which upheld President Bola Tinubu's election. It upheld the announcement of INEC chairman. A 7-member panel of the Supreme Court led by John Okoro on Monday adjourned the appeal for judgment after taking the arguments of lawyers. Apart from Mr. Okoro, other members of the 7 panel are Uwani Abaji, Lawal Garba, Ibrahim Salawu, Adamu Jauru Tijani Abubakar, and Emmanuel Ajim. Mr. Okoro said a date will be communicated to lawyers when the judgment is ready. I'm kind of thinking that you are thinking what I'm thinking, that the judge or judges, same as the tribunal concluded, same as the tribunal passed their judgment saying that whatever it is that has been presented and all of that, Bola Ahmed Tinubu still remains president of Nigeria. I'm kind of thinking that that is what it will become. What are these arguments? Well, Monday proceedings began with Atiku's strenuous efforts to convince the Supreme Court to attach probate value to Mr. Tinubu's academic records he obtained from the Chicago State University in the United States. This is not something new. This is not something secret. Everybody, one way or the other, has gotten a glimpse and have heard, who've read the transcript, and we all know that this Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we know might have attended that university but did not graduate. There's a difference between did you attend, did you graduate? Those are two, and we saw discrepancies. Female, male in the gender. Certificate gotten from third party. Universities say, no, we do not issue certificates in such a manner. If you need a reprint, all you need to do is to go on our website, you fill in the required details, and we vet it, and your certificate will be ready. Question is this: why didn't Bola Ahmed Tinubu go through that route? Why did Bola Ahmed Tinubu pay some Oluwole or forgers to come up with this bogus certificate? And why is it that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot present certificate or tell us who you went to school with, or show us pictures of those that you attended secondary school with? We're not even talking about higher institution, not tertiary institution. We're talking about those that went to school with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, those that were in class with him. Who are those people? Are they dead, or Bola Tinubu has paid them to shut their mouth? What exactly is going on here? We are not supposed to be discussing. It's embarrassing. He said he went to a school that only started in 1974. He said he went there in 1970. He could not even do his homework. He could not even do his homework, as old as he is. I don't know if he paid people to create this. He could not even find out when the school was created to make sure that his lies will be well, probably had lied back then. And there was no way he could change the date. Now, Old Students Association of that school, upon realization, they wanted to kind of, oh, you went to our school. All right, come, let's hook up together and do something. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Like, you will not know Bola Tinubu if you were classmates. But you know how these things are. So, Tinubu's academic records have been a subject of intense legal disputes after the 25th February presidential election, with Atiku alleging that the president forged the CSU certificate he submitted to INEC for the 25th February election. Atiku said the issue of forgery of a certificate of academic qualification went to the root of Mr. Tinubu's qualification to contest the presidential election. But Atiku was only able to obtain, relevant records connected to Mr. Tinubu from the CSU after successfully waging a legal battle in the United States to break the university's resistance. The US court also ordered a representative of the university to give a deposition on the records released by the university. So we will not have, stories and talks of, it was misinterpreted. The US court orders did not come until after the presidential election petition court, where Atiku was challenging Mr. Tinubu's election. Well, the judgment affirming the presidential election and eligibility to contest the election is what we are dealing with. Atiku's lead lawyer, Chris Uche, sought to tender the academic records released by the university along with the deposition of the university registrar at Monday's proceeding, which is 23 October 2023. In the deposition, the university clearly affirmed that Mr. Tinubu graduated from the university but did not deny or authenticate if the copy of the certificate Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC was made by the university. So, questions need to be asked and raised here. If he graduated from university, let's assume he lost his certificate for one reason or the other. What is this thing? Why can't Bola Ahmed Tinubu simply, easily present that certificate? The reason he could not is because there is something more to what the eyes can see. According to the legal representative of Atiku, he said, "We are praying for an order of his honorable court seeking leave to present fresh evidence on appeal based on the depositions on oath from Chicago State University concerning the second respondent, Mr. Tinubu." Mr. Uche, a senior advocate of Nigeria, told the court while arguing Atiku's case on Tuesday, he contended that Mr. Tinubu's certificate issue is a weighty, grave, and constitutional matter which the Supreme Court must decide. The lawyer urged the court to admit the fresh evidence, pointing out that there were discrepancies in the documents. He noted that the Supreme Court had a duty to critically look at Mr. Tinubu's records and reach a decision devoid of technicality. That's it. Because we all know where Supreme Court is eventually going to head to, technicality. Typical of Supreme Court's proceedings, there was a question and answer session during the hearing of the appeal. The presiding justice of the panel, John Okoro, queried Mr. Uche's attempt to introduce fresh evidence after the expiration of the 180 days statutorily provided for filing, trial, and determination of election petitions. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu somehow was able to work behind the scene with the university to stall the release of his documents so that the 180 days will expire. That's just what he did. Like, you know what? Keep stalling it till the 180 has expired. So Atiku Abubakar will now begin to fight the introduction of these new files, new documents, and the Supreme Court, the judges, will eventually end up with, well, you have presented what you have presented, but based on technicality, we will not be accepting this because it has expired. The expiration of the filing is overdue, and we cannot take in more documents. The Judge Okoro asked Uche why he wanted the Supreme Court to brush aside constitutional provision to entertain the fresh evidence. But in his response, Uche said the law only compels the tribunal to hear and determine an electoral dispute within 180 days. He explained that the Presidential Election Petition Court could not be likened to a tribunal as it is a court of first instance in a case arising from the presidential election. Atiku's lawyer doggedly sought to sway the court to see merit in admitting the CSU academic records, which he said were filled with discrepancies, which explained the Section 233 of the Constitution gave the Supreme Court the power to entertain questions about whether a person had been properly elected. Another member of the Supreme Court panel, Emmanuel Ajim, asked Mr. Uche whether the testimony by the CSU registrar concerning the authenticity of Tinubu's academic records was conducted in a U.S. court. Technicality is definitely going to come into this. The justice pointed out that from Mr. Uche's court filing, the testimony by the CSU registrar held in Atiku's lawyer's law office in the U.S., We are dealing with a matter that touches on national unity of Nigeria. The justice said, adding that there was no official letter from CSU denying the credibility of the president's certificate. So it seems the judges have now become the legal representative of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We already know where this is heading to. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this. Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.